There's a lie going around, one that says undocumented immigrants are on Medicaid and living off government handouts. But that's not how Medicaid works. In reality, undocumented immigrants are not eligible for full Medicaid coverage. They can't just sign up and start getting free healthcare. What actually happens is that when they show up at an emergency room, often because they've waited too long to seek care, the hospital is legally required to treat them. That's federal law. It's called EMTALA, the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. It mandates that hospitals provide emergency care to anyone in need, regardless of citizenship or ability to pay. So who covers the cost? Sometimes Medicaid steps in, not to pay the individual, but to reimburse the hospital for the care it was required to give. That's it. No benefits card, no regular doctor visits, no handouts. Just a partial reimbursement to the hospital that followed the law. But now, the government is cutting that funding. They're not taking Medicaid away from illegals. They're cutting it from hospitals, from emergency rooms that save lives, from rural facilities that already operate on razor-thin margins and depend on every dollar of Medicaid reimbursement just to keep the lights on. This isn't just about undocumented immigrants. It's about what happens when Billy Bob gets crushed under his tractor and has no insurance. In small towns, hospitals enroll people in emergency Medicaid to get some help covering the cost. Without that, the hospital eats the bill. And when that happens often enough, the hospital closes. And when the hospital closes, the whole town loses access. Mothers giving birth, kids with asthma, seniors with chest pain. Everyone suffers. And yet this is being spun as some kind of win for morality. That it's Christian even. But let's be honest, Jesus healed the sick, fed the poor, taught mercy, compassion, and sacrifice. He never once asked for a green card before performing a miracle. He didn't tell people to die quietly because their paperwork wasn't in order. So what does it say when the people pushing these cuts are the same ones who claim to follow him? Is this what Jesus would do? Would he cut hospital funding to score political points? Would he abandon the vulnerable just to offer tax breaks to the wealthy? This isn't about justice. It's not about fiscal responsibility. It's cruelty dressed in patriotism. It's a government that forces hospitals to provide care, then refuses to pay for it, so it can look tough and cut taxes for the rich. It's a betrayal of every principle we claim to hold sacred, and the people cheering it on call themselves moral. They say they follow Christ, but everything about this says otherwise. Thanks for watching. See you next time.